All right, Nora. Give us
All
your
right,
recap
so
of
recap
last episode
Nora.
from Nora's
Well-
point of view.
Last time, after I died, and then unfortunately undied, we, most of the group had the creepy masks on, including me, which was very upsetting. So we made our way through this super stupid, creepy maze, looking for the stupid, creepy library, and we got separated a bunch. We fought a snake in a bucket of water, and Larkspur and the tower almost died, which was also stupid, but they didn't. So it's fine. And then we fought another one of the scarecrows, also stupid. I didn't like any of it. And then we finally got to the library, and there was a lot of questions answered. I mean, there's no real good way for us to verify the veracity of these answers, but maybe the Yellow King is secretly super evil and wants an army of the undead or something, and is also maybe a fey corpse being puppeted by something else. Not clear. Anyway, lots of questions being maybe answered, and then we left so that I can, hopefully this time, permanently die.
Thank you. Was that... Did Prometheus just leave?
You didn't want to hear my recap?
Temporarily. He's
That's so
right there.
rude.
I was like, really?
He missed my complaining.
No.
Right.
I always listen to you complain.
Criticisms of the
So-
dead.
Wait, can you hear me?
Praetorian Guard. As you guys... you guys were...
Oh no.
Why didn't it force skip it? Oh my gosh.
Oh no, oh my god. Can you guys hear me?
What's going on?
Oh no.
Hi. Okay, never mind.
I guess
Alright.
double check. I think there's like a Q loop, and then there's like an. I think that force skip would do both.
Right.
Oh.
shouldn't-
I tried to respond to you, Nora. I don't ignore you, except when I do. But my mic was busted.
Oh, okay, fine. You missed me complaining about the death maze and criticizing all of it.
I mean, this maze is very poorly constructed. There's no swords anywhere.
I didn't like any of it.
I mean, I was a dragon.
That part I did like. Being a dragon is
I'm just making this.
I just want to point out that this in the queue is something labeled epic emotional orchestral. All heroes suffer. Like, okay.
I'm trying to get it to play, and it's not playing.
targeted.
Yes, you can't suffer until the music is correct.
You can't. It's all about the music. Oh my gosh. Okay, bye Rhythm. I'm just gonna...
Death to Rhythmbot.
Is Rhythmbot the BBE?
Yes. How'd you know?
Because he's a consistent character in our...
You're not wrong. Alright. So, Praetorian Guard. As you find you guys have been teleported out of the library with your conversation.
Absalom's village, maybe.
We don't know yet. We're hoping that that's the case.
We're in the woods somewhere.
Yes, you find yourselves in the woods. It is a frigid day outside.
Oh,
There is slightly so yes, Rosendor. It is cold.
Yeah, I'm not.
Not Rosendor.
Rose-
Sorry, Larkspur. Yep. It is
It's
cold.
cold! Crap!
Yeah, there is a fresh layer of snow on the ground. As you guys find yourselves in this pretty loose forest. The sun is shining down upon all of you. There are still some flowers that are poking up through the snow, but they're all covered in snow. As you're looking around at one another, Ling, Absalom, and Prometheus, you all have the pallid mask on your face once more.
See again.
Do I also have it?
Damn it.
Yes.
I really like not having it.
This better go away when I die.
You also see that Natala has one on her face as well.
Even on her illusion face?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh. That's new.
As you guys are standing there, looking around, you don't see Poppy with you.
Oh no!
It's not there.
Uh-oh.
So, what would you like to do?
Does anyone know who Poppy is? Poppy!
She might have been stuck in the library. We may have done
Ooh.
it.
Or perhaps she wished to go elsewhere.
Well, that's true. She might have wanted to be as far away from us as possible.
Damn. Oh well. Well, I guess what are we doing now, guys?
I mean, should we, try to call the other king?
Do we want that right now? I mean,
I can't have this thing on my face when I go back.
you're right, and
Yeah,
I can't wear it any longer. But,
I don't know how else to get them off.
There may be slight issues with doing so.
DM, where are we exactly when we look around? Like, there's snow, you said, yes, but where? Do we recognize it?
You do recognize this is a forest that is located within the Empire. Precise its location, not quite sure, but it is somewhere between. I mean, you have traversed the Empire quite often. It would be somewhere that is between the city of Reclam itself and the Grove of Circles, which is where Absalom's people is. So you're somewhere in between those two locations.
Ah, okay, good to know. And I'm just gonna look at Nora and I'm gonna go, Nora? Do you want to help me chop down some trees so we can, I guess, make your pyre?
Sure. Yeah, that seems like as good a plan as any.
Uh,
A little bit different, but...
It's a little awkward, a question of an ask, honestly. Just like, hey, do you want to help me make your own grave?
I do a really good axe.
I'm gonna use my warhammer because that's what I have.
You said there's a problem with something.
Yes. Usually, in order to contact my patron, I would use Nova's services. However, with their last altercation, Nova was...
Nova's dead. For the day.
Yes, for the day. Until I have the material components to summon him back. And I do not have any of those material components on me.
Well, what do you need?
What are they?
Is it like with mine? Do you need incense?
Yes, I do.
I have plenty of incense.
Oh, great.
Cool.
I just walk over and start chopping down a tree.
Yeah.
Incense was in the forge, so you may need to summon the forge first in order for us to retrieve such items.
Or was it in the bag of holding?
Wait. I don't have the forge anymore. I have a magical forge. I don't know if it's the same forge.
Were you keeping your incense in
Oh,
the
no.
bag?
It's in my bag. The only thing I was keeping in there was a very large block of mithril that Absalom made me.
Okay. Then Drake's fingers are greasy, so I can't look up stuff. But I believe that's all the material components that I need.
It is. That's all you need for the spell. Find familiar.
Okay.
Awesome.
Sweet.
I'm gonna-
Ling will then casting it.
Yep. Just maybe wait for a second until we've got a proper pyre built for Nora.
I can do that.
And then I'm gonna grab my scythe out and start helping chop down trees for a proper pyre.
Right. So Nora and Prometheus, you two start hacking away at the forest. Ling, you are assisting, and I'm going to take the time necessary to bring back Nova. Absalom and Larkspur, is there anything that you two wish to be doing?
I don't really have a whole lot that I want to do. I'm just really tired. Actually, hang on, let me check something. I'm really tired.
Short rest while we do this?
Not if
what
you're
time?
chopping down trees. That's not a short rest.
No.
There has to-
Absalom. If Absalom isn't taking a short rest, or
Oh,
isn't
yeah.
chopping down trees, he could be short resting. I'm not short resting.
That's
I
fact, you
can
could.
sleep when I'm dead.
What time of day is it?
Roll nature for me.
Chopping down trees. I'm a lumberjack. And
That's
I
a 2.
don't care.
You lucked up.
Do.
The sun is out. It's pretty frigid. You get the feeling it's sometime in the morning. You're not quite sure exactly how early.
I think we missed some sleep. I want to sleep now, and so I'm just gonna pull out like a tent that I have in my bag. Start just like setting it up.
I'm just gonna
You start to
Gotta get some sleep in.
take a nap.
Larkspur, what are you doing?
I guess I'm just hanging out. I guess I can't really help with chopping down trees, seeing as my only implements were destroyed by the acidy stuff. So I guess I'll just hang out, play Song of Rest
What's
for
that?
everybody.
What sort of weapons does Larkspur usually use?
I mean, I've ended up mostly using the longbow and spells. And then I was like, oh, I'll use this dagger and longsword, and they're both not that they'd be very helpful for chopping down trees anyways, but I do not have them anymore because they're destroyed. But I do... Wait, no, I already used... I was like, I could do a wall of fire, but I already used wall of fire today. I can help with the...
Bring fire until I'm actually already dead.
Well, no, yeah, of course. I was saying I could help with the fire, except for I can't... I may or may not be able to actually help with the fire.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. I've got the circuit of blasting stuff, but it comes down to we can at least do that. Well, you guys can.
So as you guys go through all this, Tala's sort of setting up just this small little campfire, as it is rather cold outside.
I
for
might talk
anybody
to
that
her
was-
too.
Okay.
Go ahead. Except for my brain. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea, but my brain is only half thinking things right now. So maybe just if something happens, I'll say something.
Okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
she's just setting up the small little camp area for you guys as you are working chopping down trees. She's just sitting there. She seems to be rather quiet. I will, let's see, Nora and Prometheus. With laughs and giggles, roll down nature for me.
Nature?
Yeah. See how well you chop down the trees.
Oh,
How
mine
long
also
does it take?
mine does automatic critical damage against anything inanimate, so these trees.
You're good.
Well, I rolled a 3 nature check.
Okay.
They're a little preoccupied.
I'm a little distracted.
I rolled
You guys are Yeah, Nora, you're just sort of like smacking into these trees, chopping them down.
No,
Not
Nora,
really,
turn
like,
your axe
going-
on the blade side.
Not really going for like the which way is it gonna fall, planning it, or anything professional. Like you were just straight up hacking them down as they're falling. Snow splashes into the air with each.
Catharsis.
Yeah, pretty much exactly. Contemplating the last moments of your life as they are nearing.
Down your own trees.
Prometheus, no problem. You successfully smack the trees down. You guys hear these loud cracking sounds as Prometheus's hammer slams.
Oh,
into
I'm
the trunk
using-
of the tree.
I'm using my scythe.
Oh, I thought you said hammer.
Oh no, the scythe.
Okay,
He said hammer at first, and then he corrected and said scythe before he
Gotcha.
started.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
gotcha. All right. Well, either way, you hear these large cracking sounds as the trees just fall and slam to the ground, one after another. You guys.
And axe.
After about an hour, you guys would have gathered. I mean, they're pretty large trees, so you don't have to cut down a ton of them. And yeah, it's like an hour and a half-ish for you guys to get the amount of wood necessary. Depending on how fine you want to make this fire, I guess I should say.
Well,
It's
pretty
gonna burn
rudimentary one right now.
hot.
yeah, I mean, a body takes a lot of fire to be completely destroyed, and
It's true.
you know how I feel about necromancy. I would like to avoid that possibility in my future.
That's what we're doing.
Okay.
We know you,
So-
friend.
That much wood.
All right. I'll say then it's probably going to take you 2.5 hours, maybe 3, to get everything you need.
Alright.
And this time, Ling, you can definitely have gotten Nova if you would like.
I'll wait towards the end of when they're done.
Okay.
Nova comes back and we're just building a fire.
So, about the last hour of it, because it takes an hour to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So that all happens. You have your wood. Absalom is sleeping in his little tent. Natala hasn't really moved from the fire. You guys have everything you need. All preparations have been made.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna like take off my boots for while the Yellow King is here because that'll make me look undignified. But don't freaking burn them because they are boots of levitation.
Oh, do you want to assign your things, I guess, since we're killing you? Well, that sounds very dark.
You know, I think I'm gonna let you guys figure that out. I trust you guys to figure out who's gonna use what.
Alright,
best.
we'll just store all your stuff in the bag for now. I mean, except for your bag. That will just have to... Oof. Oh,
I put
man.
everything in my satchel except for like my boots and clothes so that I don't look undignified once the Yellow King gets here.
Do you want a normal set of clothing? You want to wear your gleaming plate again? I mean, it won't get damaged by the fire. It's magic.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Here, just hold my bag until you guys are figuring that out.
Okay, and I'll take the bag, and I'm just like, and I put it across the other shoulder. And I'm just like, bag on each hip.
I'm just interested in how adjustable this bag is, because it was just...
Yeah, you got one bag at the hip and one bag that's just like hanging out under your armpit.
I look like a Turkish guy in Rotterdam, with his little man purse that like cinches next to the chest.
It's
Alright,
really
sounds good.
adjustable.
All right.
Anyway,
I will then
I think we're ready.
summon Nova.
All right. You finish the spell, and Nova appears before you. Oh, that hurt!
Are you alright?
Starts patting himself with all 4 arms. Yeah. Okay. Starts counting all of you. You're all. Well, Poppy's not. She's not dead too, is she? Oh no.
We're able to
We think she's alive.
We were able to visit the library, and we obtained some answers.
That's good. That's
And
good.
the proprietor of the library offered to teleport us to some location, and it is possible that she selected a different location than the one that we had.
It could happen. I don't know. Yeah. Ooh,
I think
cool.
she said something about retiring, so she may have just gone home wherever that is for her.
Yeah.
That is also possible.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Like, no, I'm like magical and fey in nature, but like, oh, that was stressful. You guys like kicked that thing's butt. I was super proud of all of you. Not gonna lie. It was awesome. It was awesome. So what are we gonna do now, guys?
They wish to address the Yellow King on the mask issue.
Issue? I mean, if you don't like him, yeah. I don't know why it's an issue.
We don't like them. We don't.
Didn't want them in the first place.
I-
Just hurt this stupid yellow king.
By the way, Larchford, did you say you did Song of Rest?
Yeah,
Or no? Oh, okay.
I
So
did. Yes.
I get 1d10.
Yes.
Remember that you can add your con bonus for every hit die that you use.
Oh, okay. So
I always forget that part.
I mean, that is if you are rolling hit die anyway. If you don't have any hit die to roll, then you can't.
oh, okay. Well, I get 9 health anyway, so
Okay, cool.
Yeah. No, Nora, that's not really nice to call someone stupid. I mean, he did kind of bring you back to life.
Yeah.
oh, she wants.
False
I'm asleep.
pretenses. I'm just gonna go back to fixing up the pyre because I'm so angry.
I'm not apologizing.
Oh no, it's not your fault. It's just.
No, I'm talking to Nova, not you.
Oh, okay, good. I'm
Guys,
just-
what's going on? I don't know. Something doesn't feel right here. Is everything okay?
I do not completely understand it. However, when Nora died, both Absalom and Prometheus offered whatever they offered themselves in some way to pay a price to bring Nora back, and that price was not what they expected, nor the party with whom they were dealing was apparently not who they thought it was. It may appear to them that the Yellow King intercepted their communications with whatever higher powers they had elected to converse with at that time.
Okay.
And the price seemed to be the mask, along with potentially other things, as I do not fully understand the mask. But none of them wish to wear the mask.
Oh. I mean, that's okay. Okay. Also, you want me to go get him then?
Yep.
If you could, please.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Feel free to stay for the resulting conversation as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We'll do, boss. Sure. And you watch as Nova bamps out.
Also, I would have been planning to wake up by this time.
I figured.
He wants
So, after about 5 minutes or so, this time all of you can see and feel as this smoke just becomes this white smoke just begins pouring off of your masks for each of you that have it, and it begins forming this cloud centered around where all you are. You guys then watch as this cloud of smoke begins moving and forming into the yellow sign, and erupting from the center of it stands the Yellow King. Well, it looks like all of you made it back safely. I'm very glad to hear that. How did it go? Tell me.
Well,
Yes. We asked questions, but we resulted with more questions.
Yeah.
Usually how it goes. Well, I have answers for you. That was sort of the plan. You would have answers given and have questions, and I would be here to help you with the rest. What questions do you have? Please ask. I'm anxious to hear of what you've learned.
I don't think our questions are for you.
Actually,
Well, not most of them that I have, anyway.
Okay, yes, Ling.
Do you and the proprietor of the library have an animal relationship?
You just have a what relationship? Sorry.
Animalistic? Or antagonistic? I forget.
Awesome. It could be said that way. Yes. Why?
Because he painted you in a very negative light, and I am curious as to the accuracy of his statements.
I mean, younger brothers, sometimes when they don't end up being as good as their older brothers, sometimes do tend to do that.
He said the proprietor, the librarian, not the...
Yes, we were not able to meet with your brother as per his introduction.
Well, yes, he is locked away currently, as I'm sure you figured out. But the librarian and he, complicated relationship. Think of it as his spokesperson, the one that speaks for him, waits for him, and is going to eventually release him.
Yes. He said, and Ling will quote verbatim, which I cannot do,
You're good.
what was said about the Yellow King.
Can't really get a read because, there's a mask. But he does fold his arms and he sort of hunches. He's already hunched a little bit. Hunches down more.
There's already a mask here too, so it's hard to read.
Alright.
I'm insight checking the Yellow King the whole time.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
roll
insight
insight.
check. Out the velocity.
It's a nat 20 for a 27.
Alright. I feel like this needs to change your music. Just a second.
Can I also make an insight?
Yeah, all of you, go right ahead. You're more than welcome to.
Well, we're
I guess
also
I
all
will.
slightly edgy. The
I just flat out don't trust him, so the insight check might not do much.
Oh, she's back.
well, my trust of the Yellow King is also a question. Maybe not as much of a question as you guys, but
That is fine.
Well, I never trusted him, so just
Neither did
Look
I.
at me. I didn't fall for it. Alright, oh, there we go. I have like so many tabs open. I'm just pulling up the correct one. Yeah. Oh, you guys rolled so well.
Secrets.
right?
I love it.
You read it.
That's a really good idea. Starting over in Spanish.
Alright, so. Is it not working? Why is Rhythmbot? Oh,
Oh, wait, it's the...
okay.
That one
I'm just
on this
gonna. There we go. I don't know why
You
this
just
is.
kicked the butt.
I booted him again. Yeah,
Dude,
that's what's gonna make me do every time. Then we'll do it. All right.
He is
So, let's see. Larkspur and Prometheus.
mhm.
As you're watching body language movements in him, as Ling is saying everything that was said.
just a report. It's a report.
It's a report. Okay. Yeah, as he's reporting. Let me. All right. You guys, for the most part, Kirimu's unflinching, unmoving, unwavering. It looks like he kind of expected to hear all of this. Folds his arms and hunches down. First looking at Ling and then sort of standing up a little further, straighter and moving away towards the center of where all of you are. Yes, my younger brother doesn't have the best opinion of me. It is true. Thinks I am this parasite upon the world. But in truth, simply put, he's not correct. Spoke to you of many things which I don't think he accurately represented. This reality that we're living in, how Azathoth, we are all but just figments of his imagination. Why, yes, that is true in a sense. Not everything we know is true. If you wakes, we don't know that reality itself will crumble in on itself and everyone will die and cease to exist. We don't know that. I mean, if you think about it, and he starts just looking over at all of you, you know, people, they live their lives bound by what they accept as correct and true. That's how they define reality. But what does it mean to be correct or true? They're just merely vague concepts. The reality might be a mirage. Can we consider them simply believing in a world that's shaped by their beliefs? What I do what I do what I must. Sometimes
Where does this must come from? What
Where
you
does what
feel
come-
like doing?
I'm sorry, I couldn't. What did you say?
What is this must? Where does your must come from? Is it just what you feel like you gotta do?
That's what I feel like I've got to do, Nora. It is what I must do. Think about it. In your lives that you've all been living, what have you experienced? Pain, sorrow, death?
I'm gonna look him in the eyes and I'm gonna say, liars.
Liars.
To be fair, you have a mask on, so it doesn't look like you're doing anything.
Oh, I forgot about that.
There's much negativity that we live through in life. And what I must do, Nora, is wake those up to the actual reality. Nothing ever goes according to plan in this world. Trust me, the longer that you've lived it, the more that you will realize that what I say is true.
That's fair.
Reality is but pain and suffering. I am here to help fix that.
Well, as you do what you must, we do what we must. And we must reject these masks.
In a very quick motion, almost incomprehensible to the eye, he is now standing just in front of you. And, he towers you right now by about 1.5 feet, and he's just looking down. Are you sure about that, Prometheus?
I'm positive.
You will sacrifice
Well, I don't know about Lane.
one of your loved ones going through grief, pain, sorrow, instead of helping me make this reality change.
Precisely.
What I offer
Yep.
is a world of just happiness, peace. No more children in the streets, starving, not having loved ones there to take care for them. No more knowing what is out there, or what isn't, I should say. No more questioning what emotions might be, but in truly experiencing those which are best for us. And he looks over at you, as he says this.
You know, what you say may or may not be true, but you have done nothing for us to be endeared to you.
Yeah. I have no reason to believe that's what you're doing.
Right. He takes a step back. I have done nothing?
You put your
Must-
hand in
must
another
we-
person's cookie jar.
Yes.
Two,
And
more
because
than
of
likely.
that, and he points at Ling, your companion is here, safe. The rest of you are safe from the Fey Council. Lest I remind you that confrontation between you and them wasn't necessarily the best.
I mean,
I
it wouldn't have been
calculate
necessary
it.
without you.
That was necessary. Your friend was gone. That is part of their jurisdiction.
I was talking about Nora.
Ah, Nora. A powerful ally and friend to you all, who I brought back.
And I didn't ask you to, and I don't want it. I would rather be dead.
Watches his head just shift around, looking. I see. And he points over at your pyre, and I'm assuming that's just what this is for.
Yep.
I'll nod because no other facial expression will get through. Just.
I was hoping that you would at least think about all that is happening, all the evils that are in this world.
I mean, you showed
This
us you.
lich.
Yeah, look, I've seen a lot of the evils in this world, which is why I'd rather be dead than that my friends be beholden to someone who might be one of them.
So you're a coward. Instead of living and taking care of them, you'd rather wish to die.
You can call me
Not
what you...
face them. Leave your friends without a hero.
She's
Okay,
already
Miss-
proved herself a hero.
And she's going out a coward. Ah. There.
Say what you want, they'll be fine without me.
Alrighty then. Well, seems like my words are not going to make much of a difference here.
That's true. They
So-
won't.
They won't.
I will put it to a vote amongst you. All of those that wish for me to take away the gifts I have so graciously bestowed upon all you.
Prometheus' hand is immediately up. I.
So is Absalom.
Do I get two votes since I'm the one dying?
I mean, I'll agree with people being able to make their own decisions. You know, with this whole. By the way, is Nutala doing anything here? Or
Jeez.
I guess she's wearing a mask. Would be hard to tell, anyways.
That's true. She is standing with you, and she just doesn't engage in the conversation. But her hand is not raised. He looks at her. And you, my dear, and she shakes her head. I don't like this position. I wasn't part of this agreement. You said you would help me. I would rather not be part of this. And he nods. Very well. Ling?
I wish to retain what I have received.
Very well. Then, let this be a step in the right direction for us, let me say. I will honor our agreement. I could just say no. I could keep you alive, Nora. I could let them all have their masks. I can keep you alive and not let them have them. But I will do as I agreed.
Sir, I know you have power over us right now, with the masks and all. We're aware of the power you hold. It's just that we want this.
Alrighty. Very well then. You watch as he stands up fully, his hunchback straightening. Looking at him now, he is 10 and a half feet tall. And he just holds his hands out in front of him. Bring them to me, please.
I will assume he means the mask, and I'll try and like take it off,
As you take it off, it comes off.
and I'll place it in his hand.
As you do so, it disappears into this yellowish smoke. And it seems just to be absorbed into his hand.
I rip the mask from my face and I kind of just like frisbee toss it at him.
Yours is still attached.
That's not coming off.
It's not coming off.
No, I was joking. I was
Oh,
joking.
I was like, I'm gonna kill everything.
No, yours. Okay, you take it off. You just frisbee toss it, and no
I break
need
mine
to,
over too.
no need to be. Oh, what's the word? I can't even think of one for you, Prometheus. He just reaches down and picks up the mask, and that yellow smoke that gets absorbed into him. And he takes yours also.
I
Nora.
go and walk behind Nora and place my hands on her shoulders. That's it, just quietly.
And you, Natala, do you wish to keep the gift? She looks at the rest of you. You watch as her hand goes and removes the mask. If it means this much to my friends, I don't think I do. She hands it over and you just hear. I had hopes for all of you, and he reaches down and takes it. And with his other hand, gives her a little pat on the head, which you can see she becomes visibly uncomfortable with. She just sort of scooches back and makes her way over towards you, Natala, and sort of just grabs on. Not Natala. Sorry, Nora. Wow, grabs on to your arm and like a side hug.
Me?
Yeah, Natala. She like comes over to you. Yeah.
Oh, Natala does.
Yeah. No.
I thought you said the Yellow King did that. We're like,
No, sorry.
I punch him.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna give like Nora a kiss on the head, just to.
yeah, I'll do similarly, like just going over by Nora. Something small.
I'm going to. I'm short enough. It kind of doesn't matter, but I'm gonna walk kind of in between Nora and the Yellow King. But like my back is the Yellow King. I'm just staring at Nora.
I'm gonna say, well, save the world for me, guys.
I'll just whisper in Nora's ear that I'll tell your story.
Oh, that means a lot.
I'm gonna lean down, and in Dwarvish, I will say, I will build you a shrine with or without that forge.
We never know what to say. I mean, like, what's the other king doing? What's going on at this point?
He's just sitting there, letting you guys have this moment together.
Okay. Well, don't forget to read that letter, Larkspur.
Yes. I'll grab it from my bag and be holding it.
I'm not great with like speeches or anything, so probably better to do that. Just don't do it while I'm here. That'll be embarrassing.
Is that it, Nora? Is there anything else you would like to say to your companions?
I think I've got the important stuff written down, and I pull out of my pocket the little letters that the kids wrote me while we were in the...
Your mic just cut out.
Oh, I pull out the letters from the kids, from Timothy and Amanda, the ones they wrote while we were in the Feywild. Just pull those out. Out of my pocket.
You hear the Yellow King. I can deliver those back to them for you if you wish. I will grant you one thing. Small. But I will do it for you.
I don't want anything from you. And I'm keeping these.
Do you want them to go with you, Nora?
Yeah.
Put your nose on my foot. I have it all.
The Yellow King outstretches his hands towards you.
I'm gonna scoop Nora up in my arms and say, this may be a little undignified, but that way you don't hit the ground.
It's fine.
Wait, well, I'm confused. What do you mean by like?
Like
You lost
he's holding her so that when she dies, she doesn't collapse onto the ground.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
See,
Like,
okay,
carrying her.
I gotcha. I was like,
as this is happening, I'm gonna light the pyre with a firebolt.
okay,
I'm not aiming at the Yellow King. I'm very much to the side of him.
right.
I don't want him to think I'm attacking him.
Everyone now, attack the Yellow King!
All right. As you start lighting the pyre, it's slow to catch. It was what and everything, but eventually does, and begin hearing the crackling sound of fire against this wood. Or you're just looking around. Natala is like, even though like you're in Prometheus's arms, like she is holding onto you, and she is just crying. It's like you can't go. Like, I know. It's like, no, we'll get you back. Okay.
No,
We'll find
you
a way.
won't. Kid, you're gonna be fine, and you're not gonna get me back.
She doesn't say anything, but just continues crying.
Oh.
Yellow King still. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I will pat her on the back or something. Like, I will be over there.
Awkwardly trying to comfort your alternate timeline daughter.
Right, yes.
Yellow King's hand is still outstretched towards you. Probably like 10 feet away.
Prometheus is probably gonna have to walk her to him. Since you're holding her.
I will walk Nora to him.
Natala's like gonna try and pull at Nora, trying to get her, but you just keep moving and she lets go. Watches. She sinks down to her knees, tears. She's just screaming in pain and anger and frustration as this is happening. Yelling how you can't go, you can't do this. After everything that you guys have been through, after everything you know about him, you can't do this. And
Yeah.
with these, you just keep moving forward and get to them. Yellow King has his hand there and he lowers it slightly. It is time, Nora.
Yep. I think it is.
Take my hand.
I do so hesitantly. I don't like this taking it.
As your hand slowly goes up and eventually touches his. In your life, Nora, you have felt scrapes, bruises, you've been cut, impaled, stabbed, beaten, set on fire. You've had these mental anguishes. You've been attacked by crippling necrotic damage. You've been through everything. You've been on the brink of death, and you have died.
Yeah.
But nothing compares to this pain that you feel in this moment.
Wonderful.
It overwhelms your body. It feels like all of your bones simultaneously break and realign and break over and over. Your muscles begin to spasm as Prometheus, you watch as she's just convulsing in your arms. You watch literally as the life essence of Nora begins to leave this. At first, it's this dark, like blackish or green cloud of energy just being siphoned into the Yellow King. As she continues convulsing, it then turns for only but a moment to this just bright, pure, golden energy that eventually makes it into the Yellow King. Nora's body stops moving as she just lays there, lifeless, in your arms, Prometheus.
I immediately turn and go to the pyre.
As you do so, I'll take the boots off.
You take one off.
That was her last request.
Oh
so.
yeah, what was with it? There's the boots and
And her the drawings of the kids gave her that she wants to go with her.
I will-
The drawing that the kids sent me.
Yes, the
I got it.
take off the boots, but leave the drawings.
Yeah.
The letters. Yeah.
okay, yeah. So Absalom has taken the boots. I've got her
Mhm.
bag.
He walks over, removes them, and you start moving your way towards the pyre, and you hear the Yellow King's voices. He's still holding on Nora's arm. Her contract is not finished. She did make a pact with me, and it's not done. As she watches, he closes
I'm just
the
gonna say,
hand,
do you have the
and they
contract?
both, as you say that, they both just disappear into the cloud of smoke. He watches the yellow sign that is still there on the ground, hovering above the ground, folds in on itself, and then disappears.
Prometheus, unfortunately, she did make a pact with him before she died. That she let me in
What
on.
was her
She
pact?
told me.
What
She just made. I don't know exactly. I just know that she.
did she
affiliated
agree to
her-
go with?
I don't know the details. But I do know she exchanged something in exchange for power.
Ling, what, not to get personal, but like, what did your contract involve? What did you give up? Or what kind of thing?
I'm not sure of the terms of my contract anymore, as it appears to have been rewritten at our time in the Fable battle.
But what originally, what was it? We're trying to- What was that?
I wish to be able to hit things from far away.
But what did you give up for that? What was your part of the contract?
I do not recall. It was service as well as reports. That is what I remember. Otherwise, they have not found anything that I've done to not be fitting the contract. They would have otherwise told me.
DM, can I look around the ground and see maybe if those drawings happen or those letters from the kids happen to fall?
Roll perception for me.
24.
As they're speaking and you're looking, you do notice a slightly off-white color from the snow on the ground, and you look down and it is a folded up piece of paper.
I'm going to pick it up and I'm gonna hold it in my hands and I'm gonna look around the group and I'm going to say, we don't.
You know what it is?
It's the letter. That's what I was looking for, at least. I'm assuming it's the letter. I'm not gonna open.
Well,
it.
you should. Well,
Okay, fine. I'm gonna open it just to make sure I'm not gonna hold on to some token, right?
Mm-hmm. As you open it, it is the letters from Timothy, and Amanda, but on top of the writing is the yellow sign, obscuring parts of it.
I'm not burning this until we have Nora's body back. It will go with her.
It may be something that he has a bit of power over that we probably shouldn't hold on to, in all honesty.
Son of a... You might be right. Now that I've rolled to make sure that I would agree with you, you might be right.
Make a wisdom saving throw for me, Prometheus, please.
Oh, butts.
It's probably you to not hate me anymore.
13.
Yep, as you have this, you agree with Absalom. That sense of hate towards him is now gone.
I just use firebolts to burn it in my hand.
You start burning the parchment. You watch as the corners and sides begin burning, and they begin smoldering towards the center. But as they get within a certain distance of the yellow sign, the flames will not continue.
I stab it.
I drop it to the ground, and I just start casting firebolts at it while he does.
Yeah, but I'll stab it with my plus 2 magical longsword.
Okay, as you guys are just attacking this
I
parchment.
would have only done it once, so.
Okay, yep.
I'm gonna do it 3 times.
Alright. You don't even have to roll to attack it, like, it's fine.
It's
You
prone.
you guys are, like, attacking this piece of paper, and it doesn't seem to be... I mean, like, you stab it, and it rips on one of the corners, and then you just watch as the paper sort of mends itself, and the fire is not, like, you have, like this fire that you can actually see that's around it, and it should be burning, but it's not.
Use that as armor.
I'm gonna dig a small hole,
Okay.
like, maybe like a foot deep, and then I'll bury it, yeah.
Alright. Barrett.
Well, I'm like, I guess while they're attacking the paper, I'm sitting there. Well, because last you described Natala was very emotionally compromised, so
Oh, yes. She is still just crying. It's one of those silent cries now, though. Tears are just running down her face. Her hands are just cupping.
I'm like
Okay.
hugging around the side, like the. Well, picture just like you know.
We're going to kill him.
So,
Maybe
you said
problematic.
earlier that it seemed like morning to me. So would I think that we would have skipped past night?
Or that you guys, I mean, not skip past it necessarily, but like, you were between being on the island through part of the day, heading down, and then going through it. You think, yeah, like being in the library, you figured you would probably skip past it, yeah. Yeah. Just getting my time right, so yeah. I see it's like that.
Things calmed down somewhat. Lexra's still got the paper, but she's gonna wait till, people aren't,
Actively fireballing a piece of paper.
Yes, exactly.
Alright, how long are you guys going to be doing that for? Well, it's been buried, but like...
Okay. Right. Then, I'll just pull out the paper at this point then, and, here's the note she left. And I will read it out loud. The outside of the envelope says, "To read in the event that I die or am otherwise forever lost to you." And here, I'm literally reading aloud, and Coral shared with me. So, that's friends. If you are reading this, I sincerely hope it is because I have died. For if I am lost to you and yet alive, then death would surely be a mercy. I hope you are all there to read it, so that at least I might be the only loss among us. It has been an honor to fight beside you all these years. I could not have asked for better companions. If there is anyone who can defeat the evil that has taken root, perhaps in the heart of the Empire itself, it is you. I believe this more than I have believed anything else. All of you are incredible. Natala, that includes you. I'm sure it will surprise none of you that I'm leaving my money to the kids, if that's possible. I have no idea what things are going to look like when you read this. Anyway, even if they don't remember me, I want them taken care of. So, once you've saved the world, please check in on them for me. There's an amulet around my neck, carved into the shape of a leaf. If you can, please give it to my mother. She deserves to have it, even if she doesn't remember why. Oof.
She removed most of their clothing before, items before leave,
Okay.
like Dime
Okay,
didn't
good.
she?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything is in the bag. I've actually already transferred it over to my inventory.
Yep.
Okay,
just,
okay.
just making sure they're like, oh no, we forgot the amulet.
Okay.
Mother.
Oh, we let her burn. Oh no.
Alright. I don't normally write things like this. I guess the events we've been through, that I've been through, the past few weeks have shown me I'm not as strong as I used to believe. My best may not be good enough. So many things I believed in turned out not to be real, even perhaps details of my own childhood. There's much I'm unsure of. It is a very unsettling feeling. Hopefully I'm overreacting and you never read this at all. That said, the one thing I still believe in with all my being is you, this team. It is real, and it is good. My comfort lies in this, that even without me, I know you will succeed. If I am lost and not dead, I hope you will remember me as I once was, and as I tried to be. I hope my actions do not make that impossible. Above all, my wish is that I carry this letter until all is peaceful once more, and burn it without another soul having to read it. But that may not be in my future. If my story is ended, know that I wish you all the best. I've cherished our friendships and adventures. Your friend, Nora.
Absalom's crying, by the way.
Yeah. Anybody who's not crying is gonna... Yeah, right?
That's why I made a charisma save. If it wasn't a 20, that would be crying.
Yeah. Oh.
That's a good idea. I'm not crying. I'm a real man. But I'm sad on the inside.
Right. No, I think Larkspur is fine with crying. Larkspur's not trying to hold anything back, but she's not wailing or anything, but like...
Tears.
Yes, tears.
So, this leads to the next portion of our journey, I guess. Do we journey now to Absalom's homeland?
I need to. It's...
You still have about a week before you were told you need to be there.
Yeah. So, they wanted me to get there fast, though.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking...
If we travel by foot, I think we might be able to work on making a new weapon for Larkspur.
I would like to travel on foot until we can rest and then maybe teleport.
That should be fine. We can deliver Nora's things soon. In fact, it's the beginning. It's been a whole day, right?
Yep.
I have all of my uses of teleport.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the group and I'm gonna say, does anyone want Nora's armor tattoo? If not, I think I will give her mother the armor, the dwarven thrower, and the necklace.
I don't think it'd be appropriate for me to take a dwarven tattoo. So,
I mean,
no.
I'm the closest thing left to a dwarf anyways, but... No. Nora was one of the only people who I could talk to in what feels like my own language.
Ling will twitch slightly.
You know, there is a bonus in all this, in that it doesn't seem like her body was destroyed.
That's
Which may
not a
be-
bonus at all.
A mistake for him. Potentially.
I mean, I do see a potential for it being a mistake. Also, is there anyone we think we should give this necklace of hers to? The other one. The one that prevents scrying.
Maybe give it back to Natala for now, since it came from her.
That's fair. And I just turn to Natala and I go, would you like this necklace back?
Yes, please.
I'm gonna drop it in her hands, gently, like not like just like throwing it at her type thing, but like you know,
That's all
cinematic.
at this point.
You watch as she pulls out sort of kind of like a chisel. And she flips the pendant over, and you watch as she just starts carving into it on the back. And Prometheus and Ling, you both would know that she's carving the Orvish rune for Hero into the back of it.
I just nod my head.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure if
children.
I'm thinking in that direction at this point, so
Oh, okay.
I'm
The new Prometheus would.
still staring at Nora's last position. I don't know what Nova's doing.
Nova's just sort of sitting there quietly. He has his head bowed. Roll insight for me, Lane. Nova does. There is like this look of sorrow and confusion. There's a little bit of anger mixed in with it. As you like watches like just like he's very expressive with his face. And he is just trying to figure out everything that's going on. He doesn't understand really all the implications this has or what this means or what's going on at all, actually.
I'm going to kneel for a bit. I'm gonna pull out the needles, that the styluses she gave us that are in the bag, and I'm going to take the barrier tattoo and I'm going to apply it.
To
But since-
yourself?
Yes, to myself.
Okay. Roll dexterity for me.
Yeah, because that's one that goes on your back, right?
No.
It doesn't.
Or wait, which one is it?
Kid wrong arm.
It's two limbs or the chest and upper back for this one.
Okay.
So I was going to put it on my hands because that's what's visible. But a dex check, it's 8.
You, like, just with your emotions, it's making it hard to, like, get it on properly. And you don't want to mess it up. So you get a little bit of it on, but you don't fully get the tattoos on you.
Which tattoo is
Wait.
this?
Yeah, no, you just touch it to your skin and it magically forms on you.
Oh, well, I'm thinking of something different then. That's my bad. What was I thinking of?
Yeah, like if I take
Okay.
it off, it like becomes
Yeah,
a
yeah,
stylus again. Otherwise, it just magically.
Yeah. You're good. All right. Yep. Sorry, there's another like section of the tattoo page where you actually have to imprint it.
Oh,
All right, you're good.
interesting.
Yes, it is interesting. It's cool. All right, never mind. I'm redacting this name as you just watch as the tattoo takes hold on your hand and on your hands, and it is there.
Well, perfect, I guess. And since I have that on, I'm going to take off the gleaming armor that I was wearing in the last little bit, since that's hers, and I don't really feel comfortable wearing that anymore.
Okay.
I'll put
By the
it.
way,
What's that? Go for it.
oh, sorry. This is just just on the topic of armor. I was just double checking. Back when we had some acid damage that, like, would cause an armor class to go down. That's a reflection of, like, if I changed the armor, then I could get that back, or that's a reflection of something like I can only go up that so high. I don't know if I'm making sense.
The armor that was damaged
Mhm.
is damaged. Like
Okay.
you have to have it fixed in order to.
But since I didn't have
I mean,
any,
you could wear the gleaming armor that I put on and never got hit by acid.
like for you in your instance, Nora, where they're tattoos that we're doing it, your hands or where the tattoo was never like disintegrated, so you're fine. It's okay doing that. Yeah.
Does anyone else want to put on any of these tattoos before we make our way on our journey, or
What were the other tattoos?
I'll go through the list. So I have the barrier tattoo. There's the ghost step tattoo. This one has 3 charges. You have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical attacks. You can't be grappled or restrained, and you can move through solid objects as if they were difficult terrain. But you have to expend a charge first.
And it also helps you move through like other difficult battlefield situations, right?
That's what I said. The difficult terrain, solid things, and such.
Because I have my ring of free action, so I don't think that'll be I don't think I'll need that.
Yeah, it only lasts for a turn, each charge.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. 6 seconds. Okay. And then what else was there?
After the ghost step is the... She's got the circular blaster and the amulet of the drunkard. Coiling grasp tattoo. This one gives grasping tentacles. While the tattoo's on your skin, you can, as an action, cause the tattoo extrude inky tentacles, which reach for a creature you can see within 15 feet. It has to succeed on a DC 14 save, or take 3d6 force damage. Man, did you ever use that?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I used all of these.
Oh, okay.
So the amulet of the drunkard is not going into anyone. It's the leaf-shaped one, apparently.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Yeah, Nora just typed that in the chat, so I'm just
No,
being clear.
I can see it now that I'm looking at it. It's very true.
She was able to get drunk with that thing on?
Yes, we ignore what Nora said. We keep this for ourselves. Yes. No. Let's see. Next is
She's a dwarf and she
the
had an
Illuminator's
anti-drunken thing.
tattoo,
Oh my
which I
goodness.
believe is the one for writing. Yes. While this tattoo's on your skin, you can write with your fingertips as if it were an ink pen. Also, as an action, you can touch a piece of writing up to 1 page and speak a creature's name, and it becomes invisible to everyone but that creature for the next 24 hours. You can use that once a day. I'm assuming whoever takes over the documency will use that one.
Probably.
I think that is all the tattoos. Though there are also her extra weapons, which are in this bag. Larkspur, if you would like.
What else? Or what does she have?
There,
I don't want to sound like, oh, what does she have? I'm just like...
there is a long sword. There was a warhammer.
Okay, hang on. The long sword was the tentacle sword. It's not.
Yep, that is no longer there.
So, real quick, yeah, long sword's not there. The hammers I just never took out of the. I just don't use them.
Wait, which hammers?
If they're the warhammer is not really supposed to be there.
Oh, it's not? Okay. Wait, the
Sorry.
the regular warhammer that you had, or the dwarven thrower?
Both. I ditched both of them.
Alright.
So
That warhammer's gone. I have the dwarven thrower anyways, so it's fine.
Yeah, you have that. And then everything else I think is right, except there's a potion of invisibility that I forgot to add on here.
I didn't put that in because it wasn't in the inventory on your sheet.
I know it's not on my sheet, but it's one that we got from the Grayson's stuff.
Oh, the one we don't really want?
Actually use. Yeah.
Invisibility. Who knows?
I'm not putting that down. It's fine. It's
Okay.
no, we're good.
Keep it hidden, keep it safe.
This.
The hammer and the sword. Everything else is real.
All right. There's still a battle axe. Though I don't know if the regular battle axe thingy here is your style, Larkspur.
So,
I don't think you have a proficient in battle axe.
yeah, I'm proficient in martial and simple.
Then you're proficient with a battle axe. Seeing as it's a martial weapon, so you totally could use this battle axe.
Gotcha.
Or, if you really wanted, I'm not sure how useful it would be currently, but like, if you would rather have the scythe than the battle axe, I would let you use that as well. Yeah. I also have a spare crossbow.
Gotcha. I mean, I've already got a longbow
Okay, yeah, no.
and everything. Yeah.
Well, if you need anything, I've got the stuff.
Right.
I've got this chainmail, I've got this gleaming plate that Nora used to wear. Yes. Yeah? Okay. Does anyone want to put on the circlet of blasting just in case?
That just does firebolts, right?
It does scorching ray.
Oh.
You can do it once a day.
No,
Does it need attunement?
It does not. You wanna take it?
Does it take an attack roll?
Does what?
Does it take an attack roll?
You can use an action to cast Scorching Ray, so it does take an attack roll.
What's the range on that?
The range is 120 feet.
Ling wants it.
If you guys don't want it, I'll just put it on. Like,
No.
Ling will start raising her hand.
I will. Ooh. I'm going to ignore Ling.
Oh,
Prometheus,
you already
you
got.
already have a
You
lot of
already-
gear.
Yeah. How's it even gonna fit?
First off, I'm not gonna put it on, but I'm just gonna ignore Ling. If I remember right, Ling is the only person who I still hate.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, that's fair.
And it's also
Okay.
rational. It's not even irrational at this point. It's very rational. It's her fault that the Yellow King is in our lives.
True. So true.
I mean, I guess I'd be down for something.
Then I will very pointedly bring it to Larkspur, and place it on her head as the circlet. I mean, and then as I'm putting it, I'm gonna say, well, I guess as mother of a princess, that makes you a queen. And I'm gonna I'll just drop that bomb as I put it on her head.
You hear Natala like she's like has stood up now and she's brushing some of the snow off of her pants. I'm not a princess. Neither are any of you. Or princes. Everything we know is false.
And the Emperor's not an emperor.
Well,
He's a tyrant.
who's to say that we won't be a royal family soon?
What do you mean by that, Prometheus?
Well, and I'm gonna look around to the group very like cinematically and dramatically, right? Like, this would be a great scene in a film, just to like from Prometheus' perspective, just that epic like panoramic shot where he goes from every person. And I'm gonna say, everyone I see here is my family.
You just hate some of the family, right?
And I don't think that's gonna change anytime soon. I'm gonna purposefully, though, when I'm doing that, not look at Ling. Just gonna glance over, like not even like look. I'm gonna make a point to look everyone else in the eyes and ignore Ling. Oh yeah, Nora's pyre is still burning dramatically behind me. That's great.
That most definitely is.
And then I'm gonna go. So, Larkspur, would you like to take over this ring again, or the ring of spell storing?
I mean, I can hold on to it. Yeah.
All right.
I think it's great restoration in it.
Yeah, it still has a greater restoration.
Oh, that's
I think so. I don't think I used
perfect.
it.
Yeah, no, like that's great to have. And then I'm gonna go, and there's this, and I'm gonna look at Natala. I'm gonna go, would you like the honor of wearing Nora's ring of protection?
Sorry, who are you asking?
Oh, Natalis. Sorry, I
Oh, gotcha.
thought I said
I
that.
think it's better if you guys keep it. If
Okay.
you said what is true and we are family, I'm going to ask you something that might be hard, but you're going to help me bring him down.
Who, the Emperor?
We're planning on that.
Oh no, we're going to kill him.
I need to prepare for that.
Oh no, definitely. We have a few people we have to kill though. Especially now that I know how to kill the Emperor and the Yellow King and everyone essentially.
There's also, Surgeon as well.
Oh, we're gonna kill Surgeon too. I mean,
The list is so big.
is it with a Praetorian? Well, no. We'll need a new name. But we were the greatest in the land, and we still are. Actually, you know what?
Time comes.
When the time comes,
We're going to need allies. We're going to need friends. We're not going to topple this empire just with us. And she looks over at all of you.
Well, I think we can head to one place that would be an ally.
I believe I know exactly where that is. To my family home, Absalom's tribe.
What?
And we're just gonna do the joking slap on the back to Absalom. Like, no, I'm just kidding. It's obviously your tribe, but you get the gist. We're family, like brothers and in arms and such.
Yeah.
Even if you are so short.
Now that I don't have the mask, I can glare.
I've been glaring the whole time.
Ling can glare too.
No one believes you, Ling.
Does that make it less intimidating?
I'm dead. You can't intimidate me.
Let's see. Larkspur, did you put the Ring of Spell Storing in your stuff?
I put it in my stuff, but it also requires attunement, so I can't use it right now.
That's
'cause my
fine.
attunement
I
slots
just-
are full.
I'm just trying to delete it from mine.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
I have so much stuff in here now. I have an entire other person's bag. Just to be fair. Okay, cool. And I also gave you the Circle of Blasting. Also going off my
Yep,
thing.
I also got that.
Well, I guess no one else is going to take any of these tattoos or anything else. So,
We give them
I mean,
and then we get to work.
well, I guess we start our journey, and I'm going to start applying tattoos as we go.
you're just taking all.
I'm just going to put them all on until someone else needs them, because no one can take them from you if they're not in a bag. And I'm very mad about my bag getting stolen still, so I might grumble about that a bit. I'm sorry.
That's extremely fair.
I just had all of my stuff in it, and it was very irritating.
Yes.
Yeah.
So where are you guys off to first?
I think the plan was to start, at least walk for one day in the direction towards my tribe, and then we would teleport after we had a long rest.
You
Well,
guys have been to the Grove of Circles before. I will have said, so you know where it is. You'd be able to teleport there.
Oh, perfect. So then, how about we get this party started, y'all? And, I could totally just teleport us to Nora's family, and then to there.
But there are some complications, because, Nora's mom may not remember her.
It doesn't matter if she remembers her.
That's true.
We will just say that this was chosen to be bequeathed upon her by the late Princess Nora.
Well, do we want to at least wait here and sleep here, because we're all still very battered?
That's very fair. I'm very hurt, but the safest thing we have currently is a tent. 2 tents. Unless everyone else has tents other than just you and I.
I mean, I can put up a thing if I have the spell slot. I forget. So I've used the spell slot, but
Wait.
the tiny hut.
Oh, I think that's actually a ritual. Actually, I don't know if you... Yeah, you're a bard. You can do ritual spells, right?
Yes, let's see. Never mind. So ritual is it takes longer, but it doesn't take up a spell slot. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
Yeah.
you
So I've got
use-
identify and Lehman's tiny hut as ritual spells.
Yeah, so let's just do Liam's tiny hut, and then we'll just that's a good idea. We will take a nappy nap for 8 hours.
Alright.
Sounds good.
Ooh,
At
mm.
the middle of the day. Okay.
I'll practice with the forge tomorrow.
I mean, we could also just like, I don't know, party until it's nighttime,
I mean,
and then like fall asleep.
is that what we
I don't want
do?
to throw off my circadian rhythm, okay?
Didn't you just take a nap? Is that why you're...
Oh, that's you, chump! You took a nap while we were cutting wood?
I was tired.
That's where you were. I didn't know that. Thought you were off pretending to be a dragon somewhere, because I got to be one and you didn't.
I'm happy the way I am.
Sure you are. Not being me, that is. So, what's the plan? Do we sleep now, or do we want to try and make a small camp?
I'm in the favor of making a small camp. Get like a little cooking stove going. Maybe hunt some game.
Oh, I can get my forge out.
Yeah.
Somehow. I'm not sure how this is going to work.
Why do you need a cookie?
But we need to eat during the day. Oh, that's right, Ling. I always forget.
Make your own cooking, which I would not prevent you from doing. However, it is more efficient if it were to come from the bag.
Yes, but do we want efficiency, or do we want something that tastes good?
I'm gonna go hunting.
Alright. Absalom, roll survival for me.
Okay.
Well, yeah, while he does that, I'm gonna pull out the hammer that I had get enchanted, I guess?
That's 16.
Okay. You're able to find a small deer. Takes you a little while, but you're able to find one.
Alright. Am I able to kill it? Capture it?
Yeah, that's included in that.
Okay, cool.
No, you're just able to spot it, and it's a real cool memory. Like, it's gone forever.
Prometheus, you take out the hammer, and as you're holding on to it, you feel the magic, and you like grip it tight, and you watch as what was inside of the mansion, your whole forging setup sort of just spews out of the hammer, as the anvil just stands before you, as you just bring it down, ready to, as if you were to smack something, and it appears the anvil as it slams, and the rest of your materials, all these metals, your mithril, the blast furnace, everything is just there, laid out in front of you.
I'm crying a little bit because all my metal's there, and I'm very happy. And I'm immediately gonna start, turning... I'm going to start working on a sword. I think specifically a long sword... No. I'm going to start making a warhammer that has like a hole in the end, and there will be a siphon point in the bottom for like a vial, so that it can absorb or take in like liquids and things, and that there will also, I'm trying to try to work on like a little switch with my artificing ability, so that I can instead put something in like a vial in the back, and it will also emit that same thing. So I'm gonna work on that for the next 6 hours or whatever.
And then I walk in with the deer. This is how I caught the deer, by the way. I pet it, and then I killed it.
Yes, good
Like,
friend,
I want a
neck
nice
break.
deer.
While this is going on, everybody's doing these things. Ling, Nova sort of comes over next to you. Boss, I really don't understand what's happening. Like, I just don't feel good about any of this. I don't know who to trust. Have we been working for the wrong guy?
Ling will bring her hand underneath Nova as she drifts up into a tree.
Okay.
Just to kind of like usher him along as we
Mhm.
go. In the
He just sort of sits down in your hand.
Okay. And then Ling will sit on a branch that is high up, kind of keeping watch, but Ling is dealing with something that is beyond her range of comprehension at this point, which is a wee bit of emotion, which isn't as big as most surges of emotion, but it's bigger than what she's used to. Like, one is still bigger than 0. And she will say, there's much that I also do not understand. Much of what the Yellow King has said did not lend confidence for resulting in an answer to my questions.
What are your questions?
That is unclear. It is clear that both the proprietor of the library as well as the Yellow King are animostic towards each other, and they have separate goals. The Yellow King has some vision for the world of what he would like it to be or become. And so does the librarian and his master. That I can see. I do not fully understand why the others were not in favor of the masks, yet I do not fully understand myself what the mask does. And there was some choice made. The others rejected the mask, and in so doing, that would have resulted in Nora's death. However, she had some contract with the Yellow King beforehand, and that prevented her passing away here. I believe she may be serving in some other form, as he both took her energy and her body, maybe unite them. That is what I do understand. What I do not understand is what exactly my next task and how this information would play into further action. Is there stuff that you understand?
I mean, I'm not the smartest, but one thing I do understand is that I know I call him like master and stuff, but you're really my boss. I was like the link between you two, and whatever it comes down to, I'm with you. Whatever you choose, I'll follow you.
Ling nods.
I'm worried about you. And he sort of flies up and like comes over and wraps his arms around your head, trying to give you a hug. Worried about that, and points at the mask.
I do not know all of what it does. That has not been told to me. But what I do know seems beneficial.
I guess then we'll find out.
With the Emperor's boon in action, I would not normally be able to see as well as I would. But with the mask, I can see clearly. This was after you had been desummoned forcibly. But as we entered the library, our mask disapparated, and I was not able to see out of my right eye. It was disconcerting.
Yeah, that's not very good.
I was not at my most efficient.
Well, it sounds like we either trust in the Yellow King, or we get your boon back online.
Either way, that is some extension of us. At this point, trusting either like an interesting proposition, as both are on my companion's hit list. So it's, I wonder how my key would play into their actions. As well, keeping the mask may make it that I am under the Emperor's boon, as I cannot access it. And that may be painful to me.
Maybe just a little, you know. And I never had an eye like pulled out of me, but I can't imagine it'd be very fun.
I also have not had that experience.
But you have. You just weren't alive for it.
Not experience. When I came back to my body, it was there. I was not there for the transplant. But I do understand how you say that. This is confusing. You know how great it would be if that was Ling's.
If it was Link's what?
If Ling's greatest confusion was how she was there, but also not there. There's so many things going on right now.
Would it be background this time? Probably not. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Because if I'm overhearing this, I could just say to Ling,
No,
like,
they are up in a.
oh, they're up. Okay, then I don't hear
Yeah,
anything.
he went up. Yeah, they're
Okay.
talking pretty low. Oh, I'm with you here, Max. And he sort of like sticks up his hand for a high five.
I will hold up a fingertip. Is scale or form more important than this?
Probably scale.
I do not fully understand this custom.
I don't either. I've just seen people do it, and it's kind of fun. And he like just. All right.
Does it matter with which hand you?
I don't think so. And he like smacks you with all four. Yeah. All right. So you have this conversation with Nova. You, Prometheus, start working on your sword. Roll. Did you make the roll? I didn't see it. In the
No,
chat.
I was gonna ask. I guess I didn't hear you earlier. What does I need to roll?
It's your dex. Well, I mean, this one. The first roll we'll do is strength. You're like forging out the metal, smelting it, doing all of that stuff.
This is 17.
So I would say within the 6 hours that you work, you're able to get the rough form of this down.
Cool.
Absalom has come back with the deer. He's gutted it, cleaned it, and cooked it for all of you.
Larkspur's just been strumming.
You guys watch this. I mean, it's been... yeah, like, the sun is setting. Like, it's almost gone now as you're reaching the end of these 6 hours. You're entering in winter. It does get darker sooner. What would you guys like to do?
Oh, would you guys like me to... Do you want to do anything before I set up the tiny hut?
I don't think so. I'm just really tired. Yeah. I just want to go to sleep.
Right.
How are we arranging watches?
Well, we're inside the dome, correct?
There's 4 of us, right?
I mean, no.
Plus Nova.
Oh, plus...
Oh, well,
Ow,
plus
I
and,
believe comes down first.
Napala.
and I go, oh,
And
and I poof Lenora, and I go, and Lenore!
How about this? We just randomly choose. Whoever gets the lowest number, I don't know. So,
Ling will go ahead and take first.
okay.
You said you'll take first watch? Okay. Sorry, the mic just cut out partway through. I was making sure.
I will take second watch.
I'll take third.
How many watches are there? Do you remember?
As many of me as people? Well, Natala, depending
How-
on the wizard, might not want to rest. I don't remember exactly how. Whatever classes she has. I don't even really know what classes she has. So,
Hasn't been revealed. Alright, so who's taking first watch?
Oh, they just said Ling's
Right.
taking first watch.
Okay, Ling, sorry. I was making sure. Alright, so Ling, roll perception for me, please.
Oh, nice.
The night's cold. It is chilly, but you have your resolve, you have whatever it is, a lot to think about, and you just sit out watching, and partway through your watch, you off in the distance hear the sound of wolves howling at the night. The wind's blowing, you hear the sound of owls. But other than that, it is a very calm watch for you.
okay, Ling will go back from the tree back to the hut then for the next person.
Alright, who's next?
I think I reluctantly said that I would.
Alright. Absalom, roll perception for me, please.
You had a nap already.
That's a 15.
15. As you're keeping an eye out, the wind starts to pick up a little bit during your section of the watch. The moon is out, and it's big and bright and beautiful. And it's a calm time for you just to think about everything. And your watch goes without any issue.
Yay.
I'm up.
Yep, I'll go wake Prometheus.
Haha, didn't work. Okay, whatever.
Wow.
I'll roll one for me and one for Lenore.
All right.
How did I hear owls? That was a good one.
So I got a 24, she got a 19.
All right. As you are watching, night sky, some clouds come in over the moon, but it's calm and restful, and nothing happens.
Could I, during my watch, would I be able to pray
Yes.
with my eyes open? I mean, but like,
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I think.
okay, because
The king's like, hello!
I would like to pray to Helm, I guess. That's where I'm gonna to aim it, though I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna aim. I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna be sitting there standing guard and be like, Helm. So I kind of got tricked by someone pretending they were you. And even though I think that it was you the first time in that dream, or vision, or whatever it was, I'm not really quite sure with your terminology, it led me into a deal which cost my friend her life. I mean, she would have been dead without that deal, but nonetheless, it cost her everything more. So, I need to know some way from you that I can know it's you and not someone else.
Roll percentile die for me, please.
Authentication.
I need 2 forms of authentication, okay? I need a cell phone text and I need an email.
I then need your social security number and Prometheus, as you're sitting there, and you're saying this out loud, you sitting there, and after you finish, you feel the cold night air start blowing against your back. It's cold. It's really cold. You're looking out around and you watch as more clouds pass over the moon. These ones seem to be some sort of storm cloud, as the light just gets darker and darker and darker. And you're looking around, and it just feels like the light is being sucked away. And you're looking around and you watch as darkness just starts to encompass you. And for a brief moment, your vision goes completely black. You open your eyes, like you blink your eyes a couple times, and you find yourself once again kneeling on this frozen wasteland. Snow is battering you on the side. You can feel the cold in your bones. And you hear off in the distance, as you're looking around, you don't see anything. You don't see trees, you don't see anything. It's just a frozen landscape. You hear the screams of people as they're in pain, as they're being hurt.
I reach for my weapons.
As you go to reach, your body is just not moving. You doesn't seem like you have any control.
I insight check everything.
Okay. Go ahead. Roll insight.
I already did. It's an 18.
Okay. You get the feeling you're in a dream, but you're not in control of this dream.
Does it feel like the dream with Helm, or like the dreams with the surgeon thing?
The surgeon thing.
Damn it.
As you watch, as before you stands the stark figure, as you blink and standing there, and you just get this feeling of evil. And even though you're just sitting here and you know it's a dream, it frightens you. You hear, well, Prometheus. It's been quite some time since we've spoken.
Not long enough.
I've missed you.
Can't say the same.
Things are going quite well on my end. You
Oh.
watch as the
It's good for one of us, at least.
dream starts to alter and change as this snowy landscape turns into these great sand dunes. We're busy, but we'll be paying a visit very shortly. And you watch as he reaches his hands out. I would love for you to join. He watches
Join
feel-
what exactly?
me, of course. Help me. Join us. And you watch as this shadow appears next to him, and there you just see the image as it comes to light, this image of Surgeon. Just standing there. One from your memories. Takes a step closer towards you. Hand extended. Join us, Prometheus. As the lights around you begin getting darker and darker, and you can feel the darkness coming in around you. You feel terrible and just evil as he takes another step closer, his arm getting closer and closer to you.
No, I've cut ties with one evil demon boy from your family, or related to I don't know, whatever, of evil origins today. I'm fine with not making another deal. But I'm gonna give you props, you're a lot more
He takes
honest than
another
the other
step
one.
forward, ignoring you, his hand now within reach. You can feel the darkness starting to sink into your heart. And you just start to feel anger, sadness, hate,
Joke's on you, I already felt that.
intensified. You can feel your heart beginning to race more and more and more and more before it all stops. And you watch as the darkness and everything just disappears. And the dream freezes. And you hear a voice. Don't do it, Prometheus. I am here for you. As you feel this warm touch on your shoulder. You look up and you don't see a face as it's sort of turned away from the side, but you do see this big, strong man.
I insight check the big strong man. 13.
That seems like Helm, who you'd seen before.
Damn you, low insight.
7.
You roll 6.
I'm sorry I could not intervene the last time. He cut in. But it is me. Have you thought about what we spoke about last?
Do you remember what it is we spoke about last?
Indeed.
And?
I asked if you wish to change your ways. You'd make a very good smith.
A smith to Helm?
To me, yes.
Oh, okay, I'm just... Listen, it's been a rough couple of days,
I know.
and I'm going to state this very clearly. I am willing to change my ways if you are indeed the god known as Helm, and you are indeed the one who offered it to me, and have never been the Yellow King, or Hastur, or Yog-Sothoth, or Alakazam, or whatever the hell his name was. Like, I just want to be very clear on that.
I understand your doubts, Prometheus. And I'm not here to push you. If you wish to have it, it is your choice. There's much darkness around you and your allies.
I will take all the light I can get if you are Helm.
You feel, as his hand is still on your shoulder, as you're still just like kneeling down, you feel this warmth pulsate over your body. You would make vows trying to enter Mount Celestia very proud right now. That is a noble thing of you, Prometheus. Stay close to your allies. They're going to need you.
And the pallid mask rises over my face once again. Gosh damn. Oh.
There's one. A hand removes off your shoulder. And you see as he reaches behind him and pulls out this forging hammer. Would you like to?
If my stipulations were met, then yes, and I will grasp his arm or the hammer. Like, you know, I'll take the hammer. Yep. I'm having a small mental crisis right now, so I take the hammer. I'm not eloquent, but I take the hammer.
As you do, there's that darkness that was like encroaching on your heart. You feel it just lift, and you're just filled with joy and happiness. And then
this is
watch
much
as
nicer.
Helm starts to just fade off into the distance. And you hear these final words. There was still light with her. Before she left. And then he disappears. You feel yourself once again just in the frigid cold as you're keeping watch on everything that's going on. Prometheus, I'm sorry for throwing this on you. You're now just full Forge Cleric.
Full Forge Cleric?
Yeah.
Okay, let me fix my stats while everyone else does their thing.
Do your thing. You have now accepted Helm as your deity.
Is it really?
I'm so worried. I'm so worried.
The people do about this fake deity business forever.
Hilarious. I should have done it, but no.
Thank you for not doing it.
I would never have trusted anything ever again.
Right?
Absalom, as you're sleeping this night, you find yourself amongst company of your fellow Dragonborn brethren.
So quick thing, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
After the chat with the Yellow King, Absalom would have calmed down about the big leaving reality thing.
Okay.
I'm just throwing it out there for right now.
Like,
maybe I may have jumped the gun just a bit.
As you're sitting with your brethren, it starts to get dark and cold. The snow, even though you're looking around and you see yourself inside and you're sitting around these tables, the wind and snow just opens up the windows and starts blaring in. And you hear screaming off in the distance and sounds of fighting happening. Your dream changes to a landscape of all of your brethren just in the snow, dead. Similar to the one that you'd seen before. You see this army of undead inching closer and closer to you. And you feel despair and sadness. And right as you're frozen, you can't move. And as it's about to reach you, you hear this roar off in the distance. And flying in over the horizon, you see this ginormous platinum dragon flying over, and it breathes this silver breath, and you just watch as all of these undead creatures disappear. And your dream comes to an end.
Okay. Absalom feels like he needs to repent about some things he said.
Fair.
As you're sleeping.
Ooh, I get a nightmare? I'm surprisingly excited and also very much not.
You find yourself in your study, writing out a detailed report. And you feel this hand on your back. And you finish writing your sentence, and you look up, and there's the Yellow King. How are you doing, Ling?
It is strange.
It is. But I must commend you on your bravery. You chose to follow the right way, even when your friends, your compatriots, they lost faith. But you held on strong. That says a lot about you.
I am not sure that they had much faith to begin with. So there's not much for them to hold on to.
It's just sad. But that hasn't made you waver in any way.
I would be
I'm proud of you.
efficiency otherwise.
A lot has happened recently. And it's only going to get worse. But I'm here for you. And you are here for them. I know you can help me. Convince them otherwise.
I do not believe that they are able to be convinced at this point.
Then prove it to them. Show them.
What is there
And-
to show?
You watch as his hand goes and touches the center of your forehead where the pallid mask is. You have proven yourself. Use this. Show them that it is a gift I have granted unto you. And the vision goes out.
Ling was going to ask more about the mask, but I guess the dream caught before she could do that.
I will get this all typed out for you, Ling. But, for you, Ling, 3 times a day, when you can activate the mask, and it will add a +10 to hits for 2 attacks, and +10 to damage.
For 2... So for 2 rounds?
Okay, so you have 3 charges on it, and each charge you get 2 attacks from it.
So it's...
Like 2 attacks a turn.
No, so whatever 2 attacks, whenever you're fighting, you expend a charge, and the next 2 attacks you're going to use get a +10 to hit, and they do an extra 10 damage.
Oh.
Okay, so that round...
You might cut out, sorry.
So that round and the next round...
Cut out again.
Okay. Well, I think Kluki heard me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Lurkspear,
Was there a 4th watch that needed to be done, or just 3?
you're still asleep right now.
Okay, yeah.
Is doing his...
Okay, I was just like establishing.
Oh, yeah. If you guys want to do one more, then yes.
I mean,
the fourth watch.
I'm fine. Whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I have to stay in the dome while it happens.
But,
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
as you are sleeping, you find yourself in one of your taverns. You see Katrina off. She's actually socializing with some of her friends. And you see coming in through the door, Rosendor. She goes over, she waves at you, you give her a wave back. She walks over to Katrina and they start talking and having a good time. And it's just this very jovial feeling everywhere. There's music playing in the background. You look down and you see yourself playing your instrument, you're adding to it, and it's great and it's good. You hear the door open and you see Natala, and she walks in and she's smiling and waving and having a good time. Everything is good. Life is good. you continue having drinks and people are enjoying their time. You hear a familiar male voice, one that you haven't heard in a very, very long time. Sort of comes in behind you. Well, that isn't a pretty face that I haven't seen for a while. Gives you a little kiss on the cheek.
What?
And how are you doing?
Wait, did he say it isn't a pretty face that he hasn't seen in a while?
No,
That sounds like an insult.
No. He's saying that he hasn't seen you in a while.
Okay.
That you are the pretty face, and he's,
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi?
That's how you're going to address your husband, the father of your children.
Which ones? Which ones?
Just goes and gives you a hug.
Alright, I'm dead.
Are you? I was like, yes, you're dead. You can't respond. Oh, right, you're literally dead. Right.
As you're sitting there just in shock, he
Yes.
takes both of your hands and he just holds them with his. Seems like you've got quite the crowd here tonight. Music is beautiful as always.
Thank you.
And watch as he sort of pulls up behind him, and there's this rose, and he hands it to you. Sorry, it took me a while to get back from work. Travel was long, but I'm here now.
Is this the one I finally came up with the name with? Well, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Erdulin. We're like, Erdulin, thank you?
Just bows his head. Why, of course. And he looks over. Oh, there are my beautiful daughters. And shakes his hand and walks over and starts conversing with Natalia and Rosendor.
Also, I will state that I don't think that Larkspur was ever told that Rosendor's name was Rosendor.
No, but just...
No,
for you,
I understand. Yeah, for us, that's fine. I'm just stating for the record that
Right, yeah, no,
Yeah.
no. Yeah.
in her head it's like Rose, probably.
Yes.
Nope, I'm, yeah.
You then hear this voice. This could all be yours. I can make it that reality. No more sadness, no more pain. Being with loved ones who care about you. Think about it. And you wake up.
Did I recognize the voice, or it's just...
Oh yeah, you recognize it. It's the
What?
Yellow King.
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Straight up.
The way
So I like
Yeah, I
tab
feel
away
like-
to type stuff, and I come back and look at the comments. And it's like, it's like,
As you wake up from this sort of in a cold sweat, and you have Prometheus. It's just Prometheus is getting ready to wake you up for your watch, and Prometheus he watches. Larkspur's a little distraught. I think that's the best word.
When I wake you up, Larkspur, I have put back on Nora's gleaming plate. Other than that, I seem the same. And I go, oh, well, are you all right? Did you dream of Nora? You're like,
No.
You got like a cold sweat. Like you just, are you good?
I get the feeling that the Yellow King is trying to recruit me, but
I mean, he is that kind of a dick.
yes, definitely.
Well, anyways,
It was mostly confusing, though.
he is if he's anything, he's that.
Yes.
This works on everyone else. Like, come on.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, no, she's like baby steps. If anything, this might send her away from reaching that kind of goal.
He's put in a really awkward position where he's trying